Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.
Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Logan's pre-launch setback, Katie's disastrous press conference? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful suggest that Katie Logan Spencer might have a disastrous news conference. Will Logan have a pre-launch setback that makes Katie worry that her hopes for a fashion house are about to be dashed? Katie is aware of what she is getting herself into because starting a fashion brand is a significant undertaking. A part of Katie is afraid of failing, while another part of her wants to think she can disprove Logan Forrester and all the other doubters. Fans of B&B will remember Katie's terrible fashion show fantasy from not too long ago. When the models' gowns fell apart on the runway, Katie pictured herself being made fun of. Katie's confidence was somewhat restored by Bill Spencer's motivational speech, but he is the loving spouse who gave her this fashion house gift. Bill will undoubtedly say that Katie can do anything and that she will be a huge success. However, teasers for the 2026 preview suggest that Katie and the group she is assembling will face significant obstacles. We'll see Katie overcome additional challenges, and Deke Sharp will have some of his own as he formally joins as a designer. To put it another way, Katie's attempt to start a fashion house won't be easy. Although Katie prevailed in the Logan name dispute, she still needs to work hard and establish herself as a major player in the fashion world. It could not be as simple as it seems. With her extensive PR skills, Katie might eventually hold a press conference to reveal all of her ambitious ideas. If Katie doesn't receive the response she was hoping for, how will she respond? Many of the things that Brooke and Ridge Forrester have been saying might easily be imagined being said by detractors. Katie's ability to pull this off and her level of familiarity with the fashion industry may be questioned. Additionally, Katie may be charged with capitalizing on her sister's success in the fashion industry, which Brooke essentially made charges about. Press skepticism may also arise if Katie declares Deke to be a significant hire. There might be discussion regarding Deke's recent graduation from design school and how he might not be able to compete with the big dogs just yet. It's simple to picture Katie's unavoidable press conference going horribly wrong. Bill might offer extra support when Katie starts to doubt her ability to accomplish this. Stay tuned for updates on any challenging news along the way. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie will simply need to persevere and keep her eyes on the prize. B&B spoilers for Monday, January 12th, Carter's passion, Dylan's job, and Katie's next hire. Spoilers for Monday, January 12th. TH's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful point to big surprises. Eric Forrester has an offer from Katie Logan Spencer. Dylan has received a job offer from Steffi Forrester Finnegan. Carter Walton also develops feelings for Daphne Rose. The next hire, Katie Logan Spencer. Let's begin with Katie. The woman is beginning to establish her own fashion house. The building and legal matters are being handled by Bill Spencer. Katie has already had a conversation with Deke Sharp. Although a settlement between the two has not yet been reached, things seem encouraging. Katie, meantime, meets with Eric. The brunette begins by stating that she doesn't want to ruin Eric's connections. But Eric is all too ready to hop on the design bandwagon. Watch how Logan Forrester and Ridge Forrester respond to that shocking revelation. Future Ridge, Eric Forrester's character, may become upset if Eric assists Katie. But Eric visited Ridge numerous times to show him fresh concepts. Ridge was either too busy or persisted in pressuring his father to resign each time. Therefore, it will be pleasant for Katie to view Eric as valuable. Additionally, Eric might assist Katie in developing a plan specifically for the fashion industry. According to previews for the upcoming episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi finds out that Dylan is homeless. Hayes Forrester Finnegan will want to assist Dylan since she loves him so much. Dylan receives a job offer from Steffi. Dylan is proposed to collaborate with Electra Forrester on the jewelry collection. Dylan will want to get closer to Will Spencer because he works at FC as well. Steffi is giving, but Electra's scowl worries me. Daphne Rose's passion. Daphne and Carter's predicament is another. It appears that the marriage proposal was a huge success. Fortunately, Carter had a ring ready. Carter and Daphne do experience some passion, but what happens after? What is the true cause of Daphne's persistent attempts to flee? Stay attentive since if those problems aren't resolved now, they will only negatively impact the relationship in the future. B&B spoilers, are there any remaining workers at Forrester Creations? According to previews, Katie Spencer will begin hiring personnel for her new fashion company this week on Bold and the Beautiful. What better place to search for talent than Forrester Creations, where she formerly worked? Before all of the unhappy workers leave the company, Bridge will need to undertake some major damage control. After the coup last year, there are still conflicts at Forrester Creations. Since getting married again, Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester have offended many people. Who will bid FC farewell and go work for Katie Spencer at her new company? Deke Sharp, a struggling designer on Bold and the Beautiful, is recruited by Katie. He was celebrating his enormous promotion at Forrester's a few weeks ago, and now he's doing the dishes at his father's restaurant. When Thomas Forrester returned to Hope for the future, Hope and Deke were horrified. Deke was sacked as soon as he was hired by Ridge's wayward son. According to B&B spoilers, Katie will make Deke an offer to work for her company that he can't turn down because no other fashion houses are knocking on his door with design positions.
Hope and Will Jr. get ultimatums in order to help Katie launch her new fashion business. Liam Spencer and Dollar Bill Spencer are busting their backs and asking for favors. Bill's son and Liam's wife will be working at Forrester Creations every day. Hope and Will Spencer Jr. will eventually have to choose a side in the escalating conflict between the Spencers and Forresters. Viewers of B&B are aware that Liam will eventually inform his wife that she is no longer able to work for the competition, and will have to decide between her career and marriage. Liam will naturally want her to depart sooner because she is working with her former partner, Thomas. Dollar Bill pressures Will at the time of our previous check. Will Spencer Jr. was still working as an intern at the office with his mother and girlfriend. Will be under pressure from Dollar Bill to quit Ridge's company and join the new family enterprise. However, what impact will that have on his relationship with Electra Forrester? Do you believe Hope and Will be the next to depart FC? In the coming weeks, who else will abandon Brooke and Ridge? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Deacon is in trouble, but Taylor brushes off Steffi's worries. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes is in danger even if she believes it has been avoided. This plot is taken to a new level when Steffi Forrester Finnegan overhears her mother talking to Deacon Sharp. But when Sheila Carter Sharp finds out that her assumptions about Taylor are incorrect, it's elevated even further. Budig's persona hasn't assisted Deacon in mending his marriage, and she doesn't encourage Sheila. When a loving wife finds out that her husband has started seeing another willing lady, she will be furious. However, it's a very different equation when that wife is Sheila and she's on B&B. Taylor Hayes has made an effort to withstand the pull. In the recent past, Taylor and Deacon had not been eyeing each other. Ridge Forrester was devoted to Sheila, whom Cannon's character thought was his soulmate, and she was happily engaged to him. Ridge abruptly called off his foolish engagement to Taylor. He only consented to it because he was on his 8th rebound from Brooke, and that's not a marital exaggeration. He never should have done it. Taylor was always Ridge's second favorite, as seen by his 9th remarriage to Brooke Logan Forrester. Sheila, on the other hand, ranked highest on Deacon's loyalty scale. However, she then broke his confidence by lying to him about Luna Nozawa's survival last summer. Given that Taylor was severely injured by Ridge once more, Steffi Forrester Finnegan intercedes. Steffi is watching out for her mother. She seemed to manage the engagement break maturely, so this time was a little different from previous times. Taylor didn't attempt to reconcile with Ridge or experience an emotional breakdown. Additionally, she didn't engage in a cake battle with Brooke, or do anything more than occasionally use a few condescending remarks. Steffi was unaware that Taylor was infatuated with Deacon. During their purported therapy sessions, he has been giving her nice, verbal nothings. However, their growing chemistry has taken precedence over psychiatry in such talks. Taylor is therefore unlikely to heed Steffi's wise counsel. She will try to make sense of the situation and carry on. Deacon Sharp needs to watch his back. Deacon's kids have expressed their disapproval of him dating Sheila. As evidenced by the non-invitation to Hope Spencer's remarriage to Liam Spencer, she hasn't been able to make any progress with Hope Spencer despite her persistent, sincere efforts. Deacon's revelation to Deke Sharp regarding Taylor is helpful, because he doesn't conceal his contempt for Sheila. Brown's character will learn about that conversation, according to teasers. As viewers are aware, this show has been characterized by an insane Sheila. There will undoubtedly be a lot of drama during the day when Taylor tells Deacon's wife that she worries about her impulsive behavior. The audacious and stunning arrivals and departures. Adrienne France's comeback as Amber Moore? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, many viewers are left wondering if Adrienne France would reprise her role as Amber Moore. This is what we currently know. Will Amber Moore come on the program? Maybe. Adrienne France herself has stated that she would love to return as Amber at a B&B fan gathering. Will Adrienne France play Amber Moore again? Many followers now think that the timing couldn't be better with the new competitor Fashion House. Amber may easily return to this made-up town of Los Angeles to fight alongside Deke and Katie Logan against Ridge, Steffi, and Brooke if she learns that Deke was sacked from Forrester Creations. That would undoubtedly cause a great deal of drama, wouldn't it? Fans of B&B obviously had a lot to say about it on social media. "I would love for Amber to come back," was one of the comments made. "I take it that she is a designer as well? Forrester Creations would have a difficult time competing with that. Make it happen. I wasn't there when she was on, but if she's a designer, Katie might soon have an amazing staff. Wyatt and Amber returning would be fantastic as long as they don't waste them." Another show fan commented, "It always makes me happy to see old faces again." What will happen to The Bold and the Beautiful next? The statement Amber needs to be there was also made. It would be a fantastic surprise as well as a wonderful way for her character to be redeemed. She should have been a top character even before they mistreated her so badly the last time. I would adore that. The show's producers have not yet commented on whether or not viewers will be able to see Amber on the canvas in the near future. Having said that, we will provide you with the most recent information as soon as it becomes available. Crossing my fingers. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful warn viewers to get ready for an unavoidable second-hand disgrace moment this week. Carter Walton, a man whose love past reads like a cautionary tale, approaches Daphne Rose and pops the question. Yes, once more. One more ring. One more pledge. One more possible catastrophe just waiting to happen. Carter's proposal now seems more like a reflex than a huge romantic act. However, there's a chance that this time may stick or blow out spectacularly. Carter Walton, the man who is unable to reach the altar. Let's address the big issue. Carter Walton has emerged as the most infamous almost groom of The Bold and the Beautiful during the last 10 years. Logan, I hope. Maya Avant. Buckingham, Zoe. Several interactions. There are no weddings. No promises. No I do. Only dashed hopes and embarrassing repercussions. Just a few months prior, Carter was adamantly pressuring Hope Logan to decide on a wedding date, stating that he desired permanence, stability, and commitment. That engagement quickly fell apart, leaving spectators shaking their heads, Carter embarrassed, and Hope emotionally spent. In the blink of an eye, Carter had turned around once more and landed squarely in Daphne Rose's arms. This is where the cringe factor really takes off. Backburner to bride? The past between Carter and Daphne is awkward. They made flirtatious moves. They made a connection. Chemistry was present. Daphne was promptly marginalized when Hope Logan reappeared. Carter didn't think twice. In essence, he treated Daphne like a chapter he could go back to if things didn't work out, chose Hope and got engaged. Well, they didn't. Viewers are already divided about whether Carter's sudden declaration that Daphne was the right woman all along is due to romantic clarity or emotional convenience, now that his relationship with Hope has collapsed. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Carter's proposal this week stuns Daphne and everyone else. Not much build-up. Don't pace carefully. Just a quick jump into another conflict, as though he hasn't learned anything from the past. Daphne says yes. Why? The shock that has fans divided is that Daphne Rose doesn't think twice. It is said that she doesn't care that she was Carter's second pick. She doesn't ask for justifications. She doesn't doubt his timing. Both the ring and the future he offers are accepted by her. The signs seem to point to a true wedding on paper. According to spoilers, Daphne and Carter will start choosing a wedding date in a few weeks and proceed as if nothing could stop them. And really? Carter most likely has the whole wedding organized already. He probably has the venue, the flowers, the suit, and the cake locked in between performing ceremonies, attending extravagant Forrester weddings, and making passionate speeches for others. A bride who truly walks down the aisle is all he has ever lacked. What might go wrong then? Everything. After all, this is The Bold and the Beautiful. Fans are already theorizing that Carter's own dread of permanence, unresolved affections, or lingering hope Logan turmoil could cause a last-minute disaster. Some question whether Daphne will ever come to the realization that she is more than just someone's fallback. Then there's the question that nobody hates to address aloud. Does Carter genuinely love Daphne, or does he simply detest being by himself? Final results. Fiasco or fairy tale? Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Carter Walton's most recent engagement won't be easy. It remains to be seen if this proposal results in the marriage of his dreams, or another public breakdown. There's no doubt that viewers will be paying close attention, because history makes it very evident that heartbreak is always present when Carter Walton gets down on one knee. Do you believe that Carter and Daphne will eventually say, "I do"? Or is this simply another failed engagement? Deacon finds it difficult to leave Taylor. Deke continued to press his father to divorce Sheila, in order to pursue a relationship with Taylor at Il Giardino. Deke requested that Deacon dissolve his marriage, despite Deacon's insistence that Sheila was his wife. He wanted his father to be with someone who was morally upright and had no criminal history, and he refused to accept Sheila as his stepmother. Tyler, one of the new hires, made an attempt to flirt with Deke, but Sheila cut him off and pushed him away. She disclosed that she heard him talking to Deacon. Fortunately for everyone, Deke missed the sections concerning Taylor when she asked for clarification on what she had heard. The thought of her stepson actively urging Deacon to leave her made Sheila feel deceived. She wasn't proud of her perverted history, and she could see why Deke thought the way he did about her. Sheila requested Deke to pardon her after pointing out the improvements she had made. Sheila just wanted an opportunity to prove herself. Sheila declared her unwavering love for Deacon and asked Deke, and hoped to be somewhat supportive. Sheila assured herself that no one would ever stand in her way while she was by herself with Deacon. Whoever got in the way didn't matter to her. Steffi persisted in criticizing Taylor for being attracted to Deacon. He was married to Sheila, who was violent and unpredictable, she reminded her mother. Steffi insisted that Taylor sever all professional and personal ties with Deacon. Deacon arrived promptly after Steffi left because he had received an urgent text from Taylor. When he asked what was wrong, she explained that Steffi had seen the two of them crossing the barrier. What Steffi witnessed alarmed her, and Taylor could relate to her daughter's worries. Deacon was most looking forward to his appointments with Taylor when she said, "I think you need to find a new therapist." He didn't see any damage and referred to them both as two consenting adults. Deacon didn't want to lose his clientele, because he had never been as open with anyone as he was with Taylor. Taylor wished Deacon the best. Deacon wanted to keep Taylor in his life, despite her attempts to explain that she wasn't leaving him. Deacon claimed that when he was with Taylor, he was at his best. He couldn't show such vulnerability to anyone else. For him, Taylor was it. Taylor told Deacon that she was grateful for the nice remarks, and that he was aware of her feelings for him. She reminded Deacon that since Sheila was his wife, anything between them would be problematic. If Taylor ever learned about their special bond, Deacon was afraid to let loose the old Sheila on her. Taylor was sorry to see their sessions stop, but she recognized that. In the end, Deacon and Taylor decided to be friends despite the end of their professional relationship. When Taylor asked Deacon if he was truly content with Sheila, he said, "Happy enough." Deacon wondered if he and Taylor had yet to find their ideal spouses. Carter made his case to Daphne in the Forrester showroom, requesting that she stay in Los Angeles. She insisted she was pleased, but she still wanted to go, and he didn't want her to. Daphne claimed that she had lived in Paris her entire life, and that she could no longer keep her family waiting. Daphne believed that forgetting about Carter would be the wisest course of action. Carter, though, was unable to accomplish that. He couldn't simply stop thinking and feeling about Daphne. Carter requested that Daphne do a better job of outlining the reasons behind her sudden breakup with him. Daphne dedicated years of her life to her job, making considerable personal sacrifices in the process. Carter promised to never let Daphne's career suffer, but even though she was aware of this, she was concerned that she wouldn't be able to do everything.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.